Alright everyone, we are
Hello,
here for the
stylists, and
1.5
welcome to
stream.
our preview live stream for Infinity Nikki version 1.5. I'm your host, Johnny, from the Overseas Operations team at Infold Games for Infinity Nikki, and I'm very excited to be here today with all of you. Now, I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine, our special guest for today's live stream, and I think it's someone that many of you already know.
Hello, stylists. I am Dish. I am a stylist myself and a content creator for Infinity Nikki. Since the game launched, I am so excited to be here with all of you to celebrate the launch of 1.5 and to learn about it myself.
You know, Dish, before we begin, I just want to welcome you to Shanghai, China. I wanted to ask you today, we're here to talk about version 1.5, which is a really big update. And I want to ask you, as a player, have you heard any rumors online?
I have heard some rumors, I've heard some speculation.
Uh huh.
I have some of my own
Uh huh.
speculation. Uh, Players love to guess and use the clues that Infold has been dropping to try to make guesses about what's coming in this patch.
Mm.
So I can't wait to see what will come true with this patch and where the players guess correctly on a few
Well
things.
said. And on that note, let me say that since the official launch of Infinity Nikki 5 months ago, we have been incredibly fortunate to receive the love and support of players from all around the world. Not only that, but we've also received lots of feedback and invaluable suggestions on almost every aspect of the game. Now, we've said it before, and we'll say it again. Every comment, every suggestion, and every idea matters to us. Version 1.5 will be our largest update since launch. Not only will it introduce exciting new content and gameplay, but it will also direct.
Sorry, I'm just gonna pause this here. Who is this I know nothing about other content creators and I should care, but I'm assuming she must be a big Infinity Nikki content creator if they are inviting her to China to talk about Infinity Nikki, but it's an interesting choice. Maybe the other designers and things, people who actually work on the game, don't speak English very well. But anyway, while we're paused, what do you have in terms of thoughts and speculation? I've seen a lot of leaks. There's been confirmation in terms of like what the outfits are already that got leaked from the earlier Chinese live. So I'm not going into this blind, but let's continue.
Directly address the feedback we've received from you. So, to celebrate this milestone, we've invited Dish, one of Infinity Nikki's most passionate and dedicated players, to join us in Shanghai and see firsthand what we've been working so hard on these past few months.
It really is such a treat to be here today. As a player of Infinity Nikki since launch, I'm looking forward to sharing my feedback on version 1.5. So please make sure to pass along all of my comments to the dev team. Like, how about we give away 100 gift codes to players? I don't think that's too much to ask, right?
Well, ask and you shall receive. After all, it's version 1.5 we're talking about. Come on, did you guys think Dish and I would really show up empty handed? So, let's kick things off the right way with a giveaway for all the stylists watching the live stream. Now, pay attention because here's how it works. The giveaway will last for 30 seconds. Once Dish gives the signal, stylists should enter Infinity Nikki Gonjas.
So I don't know if this started in the Infinity Nikki subreddit or not, but this has just been making the rounds. It was a misspelling in somebody's screenshot, uh, not screenshot, but in their like duo photo shoot together with another Nikki, and they just said Gunjus, which is from an earlier meme, I believe, that was also misspelled the same way. So it's been kind of making the rounds. I'm glad to see it here. I think it's hilarious. Obviously, their social media team is paying attention to what's going on, which is nice to see.
In the comments section. We will then randomly select 10 stylists and award them with a $50 cash prize. Now, the list of winners will be announced in the comments section below and on our official social media. So if you're one of the lucky winners, please take a screenshot of your YouTube ID and send your contact information to the designated email to claim your prize. All right, Dish, you ready? Stay at Infold Games through this very...
One, go! I'm so excited for everyone. Best of luck to you all.
You know, Dish, I'd have to say, I think that we're always really generous with these giveaways.
Do you think this is the only giveaway that we're going to do on this
Did you
live
just
stream?
release a spoiler?
I mean, I just asked.
So
Yeah,
did
maybe
you say we might have 3 giveaways? I don't know. If we're feeling generous later on the live stream, we might.
All right, 3, 2, 1, stop. The first round of the giveaway has ended. The winners will be announced shortly in the pinned comment and on the official social media. Stay tuned to see if your name is on the list.
All right, now before we dive into our sneak preview of version 1.5, I'd like to introduce another very special guest.
Oh, and who might that be?
Well, I'll give you a hint. As Nikki's best friend and most loyal companion, he's poured his heart and soul into helping Infinity Nikki grow. In fact, just recently he traveled a long way to personally visit Infold Games and check in on the dev team's progress.
Oh, I think I know who that is. It must be everyone's favorite companion, Momo, the one and only, who scared a lot of players with his totally unexpected transformation. I'm guessing he's here at Infold Games to get revenge on the devs who gave him those ridiculously long legs, right?
Well, I mean, could you blame the guy?
I really couldn't.
Well, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Momo's day at Infold Games through this very special vlog.
Spent a lot of money on this. I wonder how much that suit cost to make. Oh, maybe it's not much, all things considered. I appreciate how many little Nikki things they have in the office. Sleep paralysis demon. I did see a lot of that when he had the long legs. Optimized mobile version. Optimize it all! Are they gonna give him long legs? Because this would be amazing. I wish they had changed him into the long leg Momo version. That would have been hilarious. am curious about the multiplayer portion of it. So I hope they actually show off what it is. I think I saw a little bit of the preview from the Chinese version about what it kind of is, but... Sure did put a lot of effort into this. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen that banana meme. Oh my god, was that when I was a teenager?
We love you, Momo, but please, no more long legs.
Fingers crossed. Really.
Just give him longer legs.
Anyway, from his vlog, it's clear Momo cares a lot about our stylists and their overall in-game experience. And he definitely made sure the dev team knows we're all counting on them for this latest update.
Momo and the entire dev team have put in so much effort. All of our wishes are bound to come true in 1.5, right?
Without a doubt. Now, enough with the suspense. It's time to dive right
Show
in.
me what's in 1.5.
Let's take a look at the much anticipated concept trailer and PV for Infinity Nikki version 1.5.
So I did see this. They already posted this on their Infinity Nikki YouTube channel. Or did they? I don't remember this frozen-y part. Oh. You know what this reminds me of? Just the sky opening up part. It kind of reminds me of World of Warcraft when they open up the sky to go to where the dragons are in that trailer. Ooh. Oh, I think this is this Anna?
The final curtain call is always like this. Beautiful and lonely. Come to the beginning, to the sea of stars.
Okay. So this is one of the 5-star they're going like crazy with these like 5-star banner out. Oh. So that's the Phoenix one, and this is the Mermaid one. So these are 2 5-star banners that are happening. I love the little ear decorations for this. It's going to be a tough choice on what to pull for 1.5.
leave this ill-fated place behind and join us in the Sea of Stars.
The Sea of Stars. Countless worlds. What exactly is this place?
The Sea of Stars is the beginning and end of all things. Here, the past, present, and future exist as one.
Oh, and there it is.
Just now, the stars sensed your presence. Resonate with them, and the Sea of Stars shall bestow its blessing. Time to go, Nikki. May the journey guide you to the answers you seek about yourself and the world.
A sky full of bubbles. It's just like the story Twinkle was telling us.
So this is the new island, I believe, Serenity Island. That is part of the abandoned district with the PCs. And I believe these are like the free 4-star outfits, free outfits that you'll be getting. And then it kind of shows like the various glow-ups and maybe dyeing abilities. I think this one is part of the 5-star banner that you pull. For the Phoenix, and this is for the Mermaid one. Event gameplay. I gotta say, this trailer is gorgeous. They put a lot of effort into making this, and for good reason. This is supposed to be a huge update, supposed to make up for the missing a bunch of milestones, I think, for the previous updates. Those are interesting enemies. I think that's the boss, so hopefully that's gonna be another boss in the realm of dark, perhaps? I'm curious. You know what? I bet that's for the dyeing. Like, you probably have to collect materials from that guy to dye, like, your 5 or 4-star outfits. Tandem bikes, that's cool. I'm curious what this is. Again, it looks like some kind of mini game, perhaps? I'm not sure. Right, yeah, so this is where we get to dye stuff. And I'm assuming that's what that other boss is going to be for. That's pretty. That's an unfortunate color. New dailies. New realm challenges. And you can play with other people, which is cool. I don't know why you would, but I don't know if there's a benefit to playing with someone else, doing a co-op for them, but I guess that's kind of fun. Alright, yeah, so this is... get the equivalent of... Okay, so there's fine print here, okay? So don't get excited that it's 100 pulls for the limited banners. So the fine print, if you can't see it, it says the following represents the equivalent of 100 free pulls, Steam pre-registration milestone and launch celebration rewards, Resonite crystals, 10, which is the permanent crystals, I believe. Or is that the Revelation? I forget. Revelation crystals, 10. I believe the Revelation crystals are the pink ones. Version 1.5 optimization rewards, Revelation crystals, 10. Preview Livestream, Diamonds 300, Revelation crystals, 10. Update rewards, Resonite crystal, 10, which is a permanent. Login events, Revelation crystals, 15. Diamond rewards, etc., etc. So you're getting about more than 4,000 diamonds from all the additional time-limited events, the launch events, the fixing things, whatever. But the 100 pulls, like the actual crystals, it's actually only 80 for the limited banner, 20 for the permanent banner.
Ooh, after watching that trailer, I feel like I have 100 questions for you, Johnny.
Well, I'm not sure we're going to have time to get to every single one of those, but, you know, I'm sure we could get to one or two of them.
Okay, well, one question I absolutely have to ask is, what on earth happened? Is this still the same Infinity Nikki I've been playing every day for the last 5 months? How did Nikki end up in space? Is something happened to Maryland?
Okay, you know, I saw what you did there. That was like 3 questions in one. That's a cheat move. But nonetheless, you're our
Had to
guest.
try.
I'll do my best to answer those questions. Let's start with the last one. Now, to be precise, it's not that Maryland has been destroyed, but rather time in Maryland has been reset.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
is right. So let me rephrase that. Have you ever considered that Nikki's adventure in Maryland, the one we've all been a part of for the last 5 months, might not have been her first adventure there?
So this is also from Nikki lore. So in all the I haven't actually played any of the other Nikki games, just to give you a heads up. It's what I've read on Reddit and other places. But essentially in the other Nikki games, she's in different timelines, and essentially she keeps going back to Mirrorland to save it, but she never does. It just, every time it gets, which is, you know, tough for, I don't know how old she's supposed to be. She was going to some graduation ball or whatever, celebration at the beginning of Infinity Nikki, so that could be graduation for high school or graduation for college, so she's between 19 to early 20s. But anyway, so yeah, so every time, every game she's kind of going back to try to save Mirrorland, and she can't, unfortunately. So they said that potential, you know, in the beginning it was you don't have to have played the other games to play Infinity Nikki and understand it, because I'm assuming, based on this is another time loop. But it seems like they're kind of bringing back certain elements of other stories and people, and obviously the dresses, the Starseed dress, which is from previous games as well, kind of bringing things together. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna bring other stories and other characters from the other games into Infinity Nikki, just to, you know, bring them to life, put them in the 3D, put them in this world, and also to kind of get the other Nikki players from the other games excited.
No, I have actually heard that before.
Well, amazing. After the launch of version 1.5, Nikki will wake up in a tear in the fabric of time and space. Now here, Nikki will encounter a mysterious yet strangely familiar being, and for the first time she'll uncover the deeper truth of this world and the mission that she's been on.
Wow. Are you referring to that mysterious figure with the large wings, almost like a goddess?
Yes, in this brand new beginning, Nikki will explore the unfamiliar place she finds herself in, being guided by this mysterious figure. Now she will travel through the currents of time and space, across the celestial river, soaring through the ring of stars, and finally reach the end of the turbulence. Now during her journey, Nikki will encounter different versions of herself from various worlds, all heading toward a place called the Sea of Stars the place where everything began.
Hold on. You said different versions of Nikki from various worlds. So what you're saying is we'll be able to meet other players, stylists, in-game?
That is correct, Dish. Now, with the opening of the Sea of Stars, Infinity Nikki's social features will officially be launched. And starting with version 1.5, the game will fully support two-player online co-op, allowing players to engage in real-time social interactions both within the Sea of Stars and across the open world. And in future updates, we will continue to expand and enhance our multiplayer experience.
That is amazing and so exciting. Finally, we can play Infinity Nikki with our family and friends. Speaking of the Sea of Stars, this area has a totally different vibe compared to Mirrorland. It feels very pink.
Pink is an understatement. It is. The Sea of Stars is home to pink sandy beaches, islands, towering mountains, and crystalline valleys. The entire area is almost completely covered in pink vegetation with fantastical plants everywhere. Now just walk along the coastline through the shallow waters, following the starlit shards toward the lighthouse. And
Pretty. I always like this
In this
bioluminescence that they put in these games.
how will players interact with one another?
That is a great question. Now, while you're in the Dreamstar Isles, you might notice some shadowy silhouettes kind of wandering about. Now, these are actually other stylists currently in the game. And when two Nikkis are together, one can invite the other to connect. Now,
I see. So they're just like hanging out. So it is basically what people were thinking,
they will be
which is
and hold hands.
which is essentially a lobby.
They can walk, run, jump, and even
But it's only in this area. It looks like it's not going to be in other parts of
And
Mirrorland.
it's perfect for the world of Nikki.
I do agree. Now, as a rather large public area in the game, the Sea of Stars is designed with a variety of interactive gameplay that supports two-player interaction. There are also special materials to be found in the Sea of Stars, such as
Naturally.
ethereal stars, starlit crystals, and starlit shards.
Ah, brand new materials. That's so fun. So, what kind of outfits will require these new materials to craft?
Well, Dish, given the name Sea of Stars and today's set, do you want to take a guess?
I think I know this one. Could it be the Star Sea dress?
Very nice, Dish. Now, by completing your daily tasks in the Sea of Stars and collecting those exclusive materials, stylists will be able to craft a brand new 5-star miracle outfit, the Sea of Stars.
The Sea of Stars. For many veteran Nikki players, this outfit carries a deep significance, evoking cherished memories from previous Nikki games. At long last, Nikki will be able to wear it in the world of Infinity Nikki.
You know, Dish, I couldn't agree more. Now, with that said, let's take a look at the PV for our new 5-star miracle outfit, Sea of Stars.
Ooh. They always go so hard on these. She's always so sad. Like, I saw another video with this, and it's always like such a sad trailer. And I think it's because this is a sad dress, like sad idea, because, you know, it represents all of her previous forms that failed. That's pretty. Oh, you know, I was hoping for the pink color, for the iridescent. They just showed one? That's it? Or did they show all 4 of them somehow? So, new pose, I think. Ooh, I like the white. That's pretty. The green is Nice, kind of a sea foamy green. Interesting.
Now, in Infinity Nikki,
I like
the
all those
Sea of
evolutions
Stars
actually, so can't wait to see how long it's gonna take me to.
The outfit features a deep purple base with starlight adorning the hem, symbolizing hope born from endless darkness. Inspired by the concept of stars forming constellations, the design combines stars with memories, conveying Nikki's courage and belief in fighting against fate to save Mirror.
Wow, that is such a beautiful gown. I can't wait to get in game and start crafting it, and it has such profound meaning both to Infinity Nikki players and to longtime veteran players. Since it's a miracle outfit, the Sea of Stars must have some special abilities, right?
That is correct, Dish. Now, the Sea of Stars has a unique, dreamlike ability called Celestial Promise. When
So is this a whimsicality, I'm assuming?
dazzling Sea of Stars.
Kind of like the Silver Girl Aria, which has a rainbow.
The Sea of Stars is endowed with great power and a significant purpose in Infinity Nikki, one that may even impact the fate of all of Mirrorland. So for more details and the full story, we encourage our stylists to find out for themselves in the game.
Wonder if this will be tied to the story there too.
Brand new two-player co-op gameplay. I'm sure everyone watching this live stream, like me, still have a lot of questions, Johnny. Can you share any more details with us?
Well, actually, I have a better idea. Now, Dish, since you're so curious, would you like to try it out for yourself?
I would love to.
I mean, it'll be a great opportunity to share some spoilers with our stylists.
I mean, you may not want to let me do that because I might forget where I am and start playing and might not stop until the end of the live stream. So, yeah, what are we waiting for? Let's get started right now.
Hey, stylists, welcome back to our live stream. Well, Dish, have you noticed something different about our set?
I do. It does look different. And I have to say, I'm pretty happy to be behind a desk in front of a monitor here.
That's right, because Dish and I right now are going to be jumping into the game to preview version 1.5.
Oh, how exciting! I can't wait to experience and to see and to show you a preview of version 1.5 Infinity Nikki.
So, if you guys are ready, let's get into it. Okay, Dish, welcome to the Sea of Stars.
Oh, it is so beautiful.
Isn't it
Everything
pretty?
is
Let's look at it.
This map is so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I mean, Infinity Nikki in general, I have to say, is one of the prettiest games I've seen. They put so much detail into everything and a lot of little things that you don't really notice until you mess around a little bit.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, I see the prompt.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna press that, and then the top button.
Uh-huh. Now, I have to accept your invitation to hold hands, and once I do... Okay.
That's so cute.
Look at that, that's so sweet.
Okay, so once we're holding hands like this, actually, as the one who initiated the contact, you can control both of our Nikki's.
Yeah, looks like
Oh, interesting.
So where you walk, my Nikki will walk with you, run, jump.
So the second person doesn't have to do anything once they accept. It's the first person who then leads the way.
just being together. Oh, how fun.
Now, there's
So what happens with the stuff you collect?
for
Like,
us today in this map. It seems kind of quiet. It seems kind of quiet. There's just the two of us.
Yeah,
But that's just because we're on like a test server.
right.
But normally in the game, when the
so like, does
live,
who gets these things that are floating around?
and these are
It goes to the main person. Okay, so the second person doesn't get to collect it,
By other
which is unfortunate.
with me, you can initiate contact with them.
So if you don't hold hands, does that mean the second person gets to get it? Because right now, it just means the second person is passive.
Exactly.
Wow, how fun. That is great. So when we're in co-op together, I have a question. When we see something like a whim star or like a chest or maybe some collectible items like a flower,
Right.
will we both be able to collect and farm those things together?
Well, if you're playing with me, I get everything. No, that's a great question. Actually, when one of the Nikki's, let's say, opens a chest with the Whimstar or whatnot, it will be shared between.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Yes.
material, so you
Exactly.
can both farm together
Yep.
and both get the rewards.
That is
That's
correct.
so great.
That is correct.
Good, good.
All right, why don't we keep on looking? Oh my gosh, look at those stars in the sky. That is beautiful.
Wow.
That is. But anyway, before I
I'm
got interrupted by the
mesmerized.
scenery, why don't we why don't we look around the map a little bit more?
Okay,
If you can see that structure, I guess, in front of us to the left.
with the big star on top?
Yep,
Yep,
that's
I see
actually
it.
called the lighthouse.
Ooh, okay. So
And that-
what's that about?
And that area where the lighthouse is on is
This is really nice looking.
Dream Star Isles. Within this map, that's where most of our social features take place.
Ooh,
For example, there
okay.
is a bubble machine called Bubble Dreamland.
Okay.
Bubble
You can
Dreamlands.
send messages to other Nickies via objects called Star Wish bottles.
Oh, that's very
And there's
sweet.
even an area where you will be turned into a tiny animal.
A tiny animal.
A tiny animal. I kid you not.
Can we try that out today?
Well, I don't know if we have enough time with our live stream preview today, but I do encourage our stylists, when 1.5 goes live, you definitely need to spend some time on the Dream Star Isles.
Okay, we'll have to wait to test it out when the version launches. All right, all right.
Now, do me a favor, can you veer us to the right?
I wonder if it's just not ready and they didn't want to go over there.
See something in the distance.
Because he's directing her to very specific places.
Called the Silver Moon Boat. It is one of two exclusive methods.
But it has to be ready because it's only like, what, 3 more days? What's today? Today's 25th, right?
Okay.
Got 3 more days until it's launched.
Okay, verifying. Okay. And
But let's
I
go
assume
check this one out.
that these can be co-op? Like we can use them together?
Oh, that's a pretty boat. This would be great for pictures.
Oh, look at the little stars. They look like the paper, like the paper folded stars, the lucky ones.
Definitely.
Wow.
I bet this is going to become one of the most popular photo spots.
Yes, both in the dock and all
Exactly.
around. I'm sure it's going to pass by a ton of scenic areas.
Oh, let's stop right here. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
In front of
I
us
see
there?
it.
That is actually called the Unbound Tower.
Oh, nice. Is that the dungeon?
A fabulous structure in this map. It actually has a leaning sort of profile. And
I see some things floating as well.
well, the thing is, if later on I encourage you to go closer to it on this map, it has an ambience of like time standing still.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see like rocks and parts of the tower that seem to be falling off, but just like frozen in the air.
Yeah, they're frozen. Wow. I bet there's some really, really interesting lore associated with this
Yeah,
area. I mean,
bet.
the whole Sea of Stars is
I
gonna
bet.
be very
I bet.
exciting.
And actually, close to the tower, there's a pier where Nickies can go ride a flower boat and use that to travel to an area between the world and Mirrorland, and that will help teleport you to different places within Mirrorland.
Okay, great. Wow, so many ways to get around.
Definitely. This is actually a fairly big map.
Yeah, it looks like it. We only saw just a little bit of it in this short period. Wow, so many. I can already imagine all the possibilities. Seeing.
I bet you'll be spending a lot of time on this map.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, you know what? I would love to spend more time just kind of like walking around, exploring everything. But I want to ask you, do you want to check out some more, maybe something more active in the multiplayer realm?
Ooh, yes, I think.
Oh, so this is just the multiplayer realm.
Okay, so
That's cool.
why don't we go ahead and check?
So they mentioned that multiplayer is completely optional. But I'm assuming you hopefully can go to this multiplayer thing without.
Ooh, okay. What kind of multiplayer challenge?
Well, this one's called Bubble Trails. Now, what we have to do is work together to go from one end of the map to the other.
Okay, that doesn't sound too challenging.
Right.
I think we can do that.
Yeah, but there is a catch.
Oh, and what's that?
Well, you'll find out when we get into the game.
Ooh, okay.
You think you can do it?
I think we can do it.
If you're so confident, then Dish, if we can finish this challenge within, let's say 3 minutes, we'll have another round.
30 minutes.
Ooh, okay. That's a little bit of pressure, but I think we can do it. We will not let you down, stylists.
Okay, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, this is Bubble Trails. So you're gonna pick the pink one? Okay, I got the blue balloon. So then I can see the
Okay.
blue, I can see the pink, so we have
Okay.
to work together. Okay, I see a blue path here.
Okay,
I'm
great.
this way.
Yeah, we'll walk
Straight
separately
forward.
on this one.
Okay.
And
Oh, there's a blue
then,
path here.
Nah, I don't
I'm
see
gonna lead the
anything.
way.
I follow you.
Go up, and then from here.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. This is fun.
Okay.
Okay,
There's a platform
here we
right
have
here.
a blue. Follow me. There's a blue platform right here.
Oh,
Here's another one.
There's a pink right here.
What? Hey, man.
Interesting.
Hey, we gotta
I don't know
make
if I
sure they
trust
get
you.
their we gotta make sure they get their giveaway, okay?
Okay.
And then jump.
Hold on. My palms are sweating.
Keep up.
Okay, a little bit of a breather.
Okay.
This area, there's got to be something.
Okay, there's a pink platform.
All right.
Just follow my jump.
I will follow you.
And then-
Stop. Okay, there's a blue 45.
Interesting. So, are you not able to do this then without another person?
Making good time. I see nothing.
Or maybe you get a AI?
And then 90 degrees to the left. Keeps on
You
going.
say so.
And then it stops here, so I don't know.
See, it doesn't stop. It's actually pink right in front of you.
Okay, I
So
don't
just
know
keep
what
walking forward.
All right.
All the way to here. Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny.
Okay.
Gotta get the
Okay,
giveaway.
take a right. Blue to the right. Okay, this way you got to jump.
Okay. Oh.
You didn't have to.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, come up this way. Okay, you got to jump from here. It's a big
This is fun. This is a fun idea. I like this. I like this kind of co-op thing.
There's a sidewalk. Okay. There we go. There we go.
I'm gonna leave you behind. I'm just guess where the pink platforms are. Okay, this is pink right here.
Okay.
Pink for
All right,
pink.
keep going. Keep going.
And
Okay,
then-
there's blue like 45 degrees to the right, like this. Just gotta jump.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
To the left, 90 degrees. All right, and then I think you're up.
Okay. And
So this will be.
jump to the pink. Perfect.
Okay, to the right, there's blue. This way. There you go. Okay, and then there's blue again. To the left, you're gonna jump up. All right.
And I see the path. I see the path. You're gonna help me.
Time's running out. Those
Okay, jump
stylists
to the
want
pink.
that giveaway.
Jump to the pink.
The stylists want the giveaway.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, to the left, there's a platform. Double jump. Okay. And I think we go.
Yes, there's pink. Double jump. Right here.
Double jumps are very,
Double jump. Very important.
very
Okay,
nerve
where's
wracking.
the
Okay,
next one?
there's blue to the left. We gotta hurry. Time's running out.
I know,
It's
I
2:45.
know.
Okay. Okay.
Pressure.
Big time. 3 minutes. Stylist, you still get this round of giveaways. Good job, everybody.
Well, this was our first time teaming up and giving this a try. It was a little bit tricky at some moments, but we made it through in the end.
Barely.
Barely,
We
yeah.
barely made it through. But anyway, I want to say congratulations to Dish for completing our challenge. And as a reward, like we said before, Dish, you can go ahead and kick off our next 30-second
Well-
giveaway of our stylist. Now remember, guys, once
So mine is delayed. I already.
side by side,
I paused it a few times. So.
randomly select 10 stylists to receive a $50 cash reward. And winners will be announced in the comments below and on our official social media channels.
Social media.
Don't forget, you need to take a screenshot of your YouTube ID and send your contact details to the designated email to claim your prize. All right, Dish, if you're ready, why don't you give it a go?
All right, best of luck, everyone. 3, 2, 1, and go.
So, what'd you really think of the challenge?
Oh, I thought it was great. It really requires you to
Work
trust.
together.
Okay, we
Trust
hope you
and
guys got some great prizes. Now, stay
Oh,
tuned
no.
for the rest of our live stream. We're going, and my palms are getting sweaty. I couldn't see those pink trails, you know.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes I get too tunnel visioned. Not used to co-op hand-in-hand gameplay yet. But I'll work on that for the
Right.
future.
Right.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and stop.
I know that they need the teleprompters, but I feel like the girl, especially Dish, is much more natural when she's just talking regularly instead of reading a teleprompter.
Sea of Stars Miracle outfit. There must be some new events in version 1.5, right? After all, Maryland has a new season every month. With Revelry season coming to a close, what season will Maryland be welcoming next? Also, I remember seeing a social media teaser about the new location called Serenity Island. Will it be making an appearance in this update?
You know, Dish, you are correct on both counts. Version 1.5 will introduce us to a brand new season called Bubble Season. Now, additionally, a brand new event location, Serenity Island, will officially be available for exploration. Now, eagle-eyed stylists may have noticed in the PV that we just showed you, it made an appearance.
So, our next season will be bubble season. The vibe is so dreamy and refreshing, don't you think? After the Fey-Wish Sprite had their moment in the spotlight during Revelry season, it feels like it's finally time for our PCs to take center stage.
You know, I couldn't agree more. So, bubble season is the most.
Really, Revelry season, I feel like, should have been the PCs, but I get why they did it, just for like the new players, so that they didn't have, they didn't have to like go progress too far into the story to be able to access these events. Now it'll be a little harder for the PCs because I believe you need to, you have to get to, I forget what chapter it is that you actually see the PCs, but it's a little further along than some of the earlier ones, because the earlier ones were just like chapter 2, chapter 3. This is like, you have to go through Stoneville, which I want to say is maybe like chapter 4 or 5. I can't remember, but you're going to have to go a little bit further along if it is in the abandoned district.
Of the year for the PCs living on Serenity Island. Now, during this time of year, the Bubble Blooms release a mesmerizing cascade of bubbles covering the entire island. Now, for the PCs, it's the ideal time to indulge in the beauty of the season. The island's events and activities will also be centered around this magical atmosphere.
I didn't imagine the PCs lived such rich and vibrant lives. Besides the stunning island scenery, are there any specific gameplay experiences on the Serenity Island that
There's a bubble season that's happening.
You know, Dish, there are so many amazing things to experience. For example, Serenity Island features a unique and immersive way to explore the sights, the Breezy Bubble Boat. As Nikki rides the Breezy Bubble Boat, she
That is a tongue to it. Breezy Bubble Boat.
drifting with the bubbles, offering her the perfect chance to soak in breathtaking views. Whether standing
like,
or
okay.
sitting, she could admire this fantastical island from every angle.
It seems that after the Firework Isles, a new sightseeing experience has been opened on Serenity Island.
You know, Dish, that's not all. In the main storyline of version 1.5, stylists will be able to acquire new sketches and craft the new ability outfit, Spring Bloom Enchantment. Now, once equipped, this outfit grants the Spring Bloom Awakening ability, allowing you to awaken the Spring Bloom, a plant found on Serenity Island. Now, this triggers its eruption state, allowing it to release water columns. Now, players can use these water columns to freely traverse areas that would otherwise be harder to get to just through jumping.
It truly feels like the ultimate summer exploration adventure.
I agree with you, but again, not only that, because Bubble Season on Serenity Island will introduce exciting new co-op feature called the Grand Patch Stage, a fashion runway.
A runway?
So, stylists can sign up, choose their favorite runway poses, and step onto the stage to showcase their best outfits to other stylists.
Ah.
That looks like so much.
I wonder if you can vote on that.
It's time to put everyone.
So they kind of have something similar in, not quite, but a little bit in other Nikki games where they give you a theme and then you show off the outfits, and I think people get to vote on it and something along those lines. So it would be interesting if that is kind of the start of, or the introduction to introducing that PvP aspect of the game where, they now have this runway, a permanent structure, because I believe Serenity Island is going to be there forever. It's not going to disappear after this patch. And, now that you have this stage set up and a place for people to do this runway stuff, it's like a perfect opportunity to then later on add in potentially this co-op, rather PvP mode to it. So we'll see.
Now, Serenity Island is the first event location to be introduced after the unveiling of our co-op gameplay feature. We've added a variety of interactive experiences on the island, including the exclusive Rainbow Seal method of transportation and the exciting new activity, Where Are the Gifties? We hope these additions and others will offer stylists a fresh and unforgettable gaming experience.
Since we're talking about the new version, we can't forget to mention the brand new Resonance outfits.
You're right, and I know this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Now, the two brand new 5-star resonance outfits for version 1.5 are the ones we
Winged hover. I'm real curious what that is. Alright. Like that. Damn, they are really going hard on this, women love women. I mean, it's two Nickies together, which is interesting. Jump mid-air to activate the default winged hover ability. Crimson Feather. Okay. Interesting. So is this a float ability? I'm still a little unsure. It seems like it is. Water walking. Grants ability to walk across frozen waters. So I wonder if that is region locked, or if it's everywhere. Because if it's everywhere, that makes things a lot more interesting.
So with the introduction of our social and co-op systems, we've also added new interactive features for these outfits in co-op mode. Now, Dish, would you like to take the honors and introduce these outfits to all our stylists?
I've got it. In the first half of version 1.5, 2 limited resonance outfits will be introduced, featuring a total of 4 brand new sets. Let's start with the first 5-star outfit, Snowy Ballad. Inspired by iceborne mermaids, snowflakes, and ice shards, this design showcases an icy blue gradient as the main color, with mother-of-pearl accents and silver accents that exude
That is pretty.
ethereal elegance. The skirt mimics a frozen wave, while the cold white fishtail glows with a soft.
Love that fishtail. That's awesome. I would love to put that on the Daughter of the Lake outfit. And those ears.
Highlighting the fishtail's outline. Flowing ribbons from the waist to the arms sway gently with each.
I wonder, so apparently this is supposed to be 11 pieces. So the hair, the earpiece, the headpiece, the bracelets, maybe a shawl. Wait, okay. Hair? I'm not counting. Bracelet, headpiece, ears, shawl. So maybe the top and the bottom are two separate things, a skirt and a top, so that's 7. The shoes, that's, I'm only up to 8 right now. The necklace, that's 9. Maybe the tail is a separate thing, that could be 10. So what would be 11?
This outfit's ability, water walking, allows Nikki to walk gracefully across.
Maybe there's an ankle thing, a leg thing? I don't know.
Iceborne mermaids.
Ring, perhaps?
The water beneath her feet freezes into ice, creating a path that others can walk on as well in co-op mode. In multiplayer, if either Nikki activates the water walking ability, Both of them will walk hand in hand across the frozen surface, moving together in perfect harmony.
Wow, two Nickies walking on top of the water together hand in hand. That sounds really beautiful.
Yeah, I have to agree. Very beautiful, very sweet. The opposite of water is fire, and our other 5-star resonance outfit embodies...
So this is also supposed to be 11 pieces, so let's look. We have eyes, 1, hat, 2, earrings, neck, dress is definitely 1 piece, gloves, shoes, 7. So what would the others be? The wings, maybe? It doesn't look like they're out. Actually, maybe they're like wrapped around her, so maybe that'll be 8. And then what else would we have? Another head thing up here, 9. Where were the other 2? 3B, really.
Feather. Inspired by the ever-blazing bird and fire, the design features a deep black long skirt with
Love the halo.
patterns that subtly hint at a
Yeah,
flame.
where would the other ones be?
The floor-length skirt drapes
I hope it's not 11 pieces, because that's going to mean 220 pulls.
each step. As you move, a soft, deep red glow emanates from within, reminiscent of embers flickering in the darkness. Above the head, a halo made of obsidian shards crowns the look, while the hair accessory, which partially shields the eyes, is crafted from gathered feathers. The broken wing motif on the back is especially captivating. Cracks that have yet to heal, now covered with new feathers, symbolizing rebirth and the eternal cycle of fire and renewal. The outfit's ability, Winged Hover, lets Nikki hover effortlessly in the air. When the ability is activated, Nikki enters a suspended wing state, suspended in the air, soaring gracefully through the sky. Once the directional controls have been released, Nikki remains suspended in the air, effortlessly hovering for an unlimited duration. In co-op mode, if one of the stylists is wearing Crimson Feather, both stylists will enter the suspended wing state while holding hands, triggering a special paired flying animation.
These two 5-star outfits
So
short of amazing.
I'm still unsure if that's a floating outfit or not.
5-star sets, we're also introducing 2 brand new 4-star outfits available through the limited time resonance pools. Now the first is Rosy Reverie, which shares the same resonance pool as Snowy Ballad. And the second is Celestial Whispers, which belongs to the same pool as Crimson Feather. Now stylists, for more information on the abilities, details, and evolution effects of these outfits, be sure to stay updated by following our official social media channels.
What should we do? There are so many new outfits I want to pull for. This seems like the perfect cue to give out some more rewards to our viewers, don't you think?
You are an excellent opportunist. No, I'm just kidding. You know, Dish, you took the words right out of my mouth. So how about we kick off another round of giveaways for our stylists, and the rules will be the same as before. Once Dish gives the signal, just enter the bubble season in the comments section.
The bubble season.
We'll select 10 stylists to win a $50 cash reward. And winners will be announced in the comments section below and on our official social media. Now remember, to claim your prize, please screenshot your YouTube ID and send your contact info to the designated email. Now, Dish, if you'd be so kind as to do the honors.
Absolutely. 3, 2, 1, go. Best of luck to everyone.
You know, I'm surprised you're not like pulling out your phone and putting bubble season in the comments.
I kind of wish I had my phone so I could just sneakily type behind the couch.
My friends are helping me do it right now.
Wow, I wish I had an assistant for something like that. Are you a phoenix person or a mermaid person?
Guess.
Both.
Mermaid.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, stop. And early congratulations to all of the lucky stylists who won something.
You know, with all
You know, even with $50, it's
already introduced, I'm wondering if our
based on the math, that's not enough to get the full, if you don't have any diamonds, not quite enough to get the full evolution of the 5-star outfits. Just so you know.
Get my hands on the notebook Momo used to jot down player feedback during his visit at Infold Games. so I figure it's only fair to follow up on the progress of some of our concerns that our stylists have had. You don't mind, do you, Johnny?
Things suddenly got very real, but Dish, go ahead and do your thing.
Let's start with the dyeing feature coming to the game.
Ah,
From what I've
yes.
gathered, it looks like this long-awaited feature is finally going live.
That is correct. And can I just say, we want to thank our stylists for being so patient with us. But yes, the dyeing feature will finally be making its official
So I hope they actually tell us what is going to be there, because they haven't yet. Oh, here we go. Great.
Stylists can customize the colors and even some patterns on their outfits. Each piece
Okay.
features specific areas that can be personalized.
Yeah.
Once
Nice.
players obtain these pieces, they'll unlock 6 basic color palettes and select color grids. Collecting the necessary materials will unlock the remaining
So
color grids.
let's go back real quick.
Once players obtain these pieces, they'll unlock 6 basic color palettes and select color grids.
So I think you get this on the new island. So you have to collect these mats in order to unlock the dye, I believe, which makes sense. And then I'm assuming it's a Starlit Chronos tree, right? So these are all mats that you collect. So I'm assuming maybe it's also you need to collect a certain amount of mats, materials.
Collecting the necessary materials will unlock the remaining color grids. And as stylists complete outfits and evolve them, more advanced color palettes will be available. Once an outfit reaches Evolution Stage 3 and all color palettes are unlocked, a more flexible custom color palette will be at your fingertips. Using certain palettes also allows stylists to alter the special effects of the outfits, making the overall customization even more diverse. That's why we've introduced a brand new sharing platform, the Color Lookbook in the Sea of Stars. It's the perfect place for stylists to share, admire, and download each other's outfits and custom creations.
I can't wait to try that out. Stylists, it's time to put your creativity to the test.
But Dish, that's not all. In addition to the dyeing feature in version 1.5, we'll also be introducing the option to unbind abilities from their outfits, meaning stylists will now have the freedom to wear whatever they like while using the ability of their choice.
That is wonderful. Just imagine, starting with version 1.5, stylists will have even more freedom to express their personal style as they explore the open world. And now you can finally dye your favorite outfits any way you like. I'm even more excited to see the stylists in the Sea of Stars and check out how they've taken advantage of these new features.
Exactly.
All right, moving on to my next question.
Okay.
This is about mobile optimization, something every mobile player has been eagerly awaiting since the game launched. All 9 outfits from Heartfelt Gifts have been given out, so surely version 1.5 will deliver what we've all been waiting for.
Disc, ask and you shall receive. That's right, stylists. In version 1.5, we'll be implementing a series of optimizations for both mobile and PC platforms. Now, to see the specifics of these improvements, check out the special features video we prepared just for you.
各位搭配师，大家好。自去年12月公测以来，我们通过问卷、社区留言等渠道，收到了许多宝贵的反馈意见。每一份建议，我们都认真记录并行动。经过141天的持续打磨，我们终于又有了阶段性的答卷向大家展示。
They keep improving it. I'm really impressed with how much they can get away with for mobile. Even this amount is super impressive. I mean, this is on iPhone 16, so.
以及未来的每个版本中，给搭配师们带来越来越好的体验。今天我们将参考公测设计的配置说明。
Oh, they're going so fast.
市面上涵盖低、中、高配置的设备，向各位玩家分享1.5版本无线暖暖。
Ultimately, the newer your phone is, the better it will look.
首先是移动端性能方面的提高。 1.5版本部分机型
The better your GPU, the better the game will look. I have an older laptop and it still looks great, but I see some of the pictures that people have for when they post on Reddit, and when I look at their pictures, I'm just impressed with just how crisp
可以看到1.5版本的画面层
some
次
of these things
感
are.
比较之前的版本有了提升。同时，我们针对6G 运行内存以下的移动端设备进行了专项的适配工作，提升了运行稳定性，解决了部分内存泄露问题。希望未来能让更多搭配师能够享受到更好的游戏体验。 在移动端的画面表现上，项目组也带来了全方位的优化升级。
Damn. Look at so much more
拍照
detail.
体验的进化，我们进行了光影改进和分辨率提升。
Nice.
拍照界面的实时渲染效果和最终成像质量都获得了提升。1.5版本在经过优化后，移动端有了更加准确的光影表现和层次分明的光影动态变化，树木的光源梳理、疏密关系也得到了统一。
A lot of improvements graphically for mobile
享
players.
受更优质、更细节的画面表现，从暖暖的每一根发丝到整个大世界的场景呈现，项目组进行了全面提升。在角色表现方面，我们提升了暖暖的面部精度，优化了眨眼动作和眼白占比。从基础模
Such
型
small
到设备
things
兼
that
容
I'm
性
sure
都做
like
了
most
迭代
people
升
wouldn't
级
notice, but maybe they
暖
make a
暖
huge
在大世界
difference.
里的表现更加自然生动。在场景表现上，项目组对移动端进行了单独资源定制，排查了所有线上资源，在不增加性能负担的前提下，提升了地表贴图精度、建筑细节、植被动态表现，特别是使用了新的技术，让移动端的草地密度提升了1.8倍。在特效上，我们优化了多线程，给手机效果做了分级，做了更加精细化的处理。 现在移动端玩家也能清晰看到水龙卷溅起的水花了。
Actually, it looks like a water spout. I wish these came back. I missed those water spouts.
在移动端玩家的
They were
使用
great
体验
photo
方面
ops.
我们也进行了升级，新增了性能指示条功能，能够提示玩家当前设置对应的性能压力档位，让搭配师们可以更直观地调整到适合自己设备的最佳参数配置。 关于各位搭配师非常关心的移动端帧率限制问题，在1.5版本中，我们将对部分移动端机型提供更高帧率的选项。可以从直观的画面对比效果上看到，调整为更高帧率后，在游戏过程中的动画流畅度提升明显，动作过渡也更加自然生动。未来，我们也将逐步开放更多机型，让更多玩家解锁获得更流畅的游戏体验。 而对于 PC
All right,
端
I care about the PC stuff.
在画质表现与运行性能上
Are you also going to make our stuff look better?
首先，我们对 PC 端光线追踪的效果与性能进行了深度优化，在技术上支持了半透明、
Semi-transparent
轻盈
materials.
柔和感
Nice.
以及水面云影的细腻反射效果。
Nice.
1.5版本中，大世界场景的玻璃等反射面上，现在
Will
也
actually
能够
leave
清晰展
reflections.
现暖暖
Oh,
的身影了。
cute. Make it more
同时
immersive.
我们还对非光追模式下的水面反射系统进行了迭代，在精致和极致的画面设置下，优化了之前版本中前景反射的异常问题，使整体视觉效果更加真实自然。在画质提升方面 ，PC 端新增了超分辨率质量调节功能，搭配师可根据设备性
For
能
resolution.
自由调节
Ooh.
TSR 和 DLSS 的超分辨率档位，获得更个性化的体验。同时 ，PC 端对 DLSS 功能也进行了升级，增加了对全新 DLSS 4超分辨率
So,
模型和
I'm
Reflex
assuming it's
自研
just
设计
gonna
的支持，
look a lot
带来
sharper,
更优秀的
hopefully.
画面质量。使用40系及以上显卡的搭配师，还可以开启真生成功能，获得更流畅的游戏体验。
Nice.
另外，为了让搭配师能够得到更加舒适的游戏体验，我们将在游戏内新增沉浸模式功能。
Oh yeah, that's getting rid of the
在沉浸
UI
模式下
essentially.
系统和功能的相关 UI 将
It's
被
kind of
隐藏，
nice.
让搭配师得到更纯净的游戏体验感。真心不停，种花不止。1.5 版本的优化不是终点站，而是又一次的新启程。我们知道这份承诺需要用行动来证明，也请各位搭配师持续监督我们的优化进度，提出宝贵的建议，一起见证无限暖暖的每一次成长。
And that's not all. We've also been closely monitoring the feedback and suggestions from PS5 players. Currently, optimization goals such as enhancing controller experience, unlocking higher frame rates for the PS5 base model, and improving visual performance for PS5 Pro are all on the agenda. So expect these optimizations to be available in future updates.
Well, that's excellent news. We hope that the gaming experience for both mobile and PlayStation players will continue to improve.
Are we going to talk
So,
about the camera?
after hearing about all the
What about the blow-up
optimizations
stuff?
Bringing to the table with version 1.5, do you think our dev team has lived up to Momo's expectations?
I think Momo would be very satisfied, but I believe you've left out something very important.
Really? And what's that?
That would be all the perks and benefits coming with this version. It can't just be what we gave away earlier, right? I owe it to all our stylists and to Momo to find out what perks and benefits are heading our way.
All right, well, don't worry. We've got that covered as well. First, we have our version 1.5 redeem codes. There are 4 in total, including 10
We already got
gold
these.
and 300 diamonds. So be sure to redeem these codes before they expire.
Everyone loves a free 10 pull and 300 diamonds. Make sure you don't miss out on this one, stylists.
So, version 1.5 will officially go live on April 29th. And Infinity Nikki will also make its debut on the Steam platform, so be sure to keep an eye out for it. Thanks for your support, Infinity Nikki has reached a milestone: 200,000 wishlist entries on Steam worldwide. So all rewards, including
So there was a big controversy about this
and will be sent to every stylist's inbox once the update goes live.
because they, let me pause this real quick. So there was a huge controversy about the Steam wishlist. So it was going to be, people were expecting for the when they reached the 200,000 that it was going to be something big. And I think I didn't get to see it, but it was on Reddit, and essentially the 100,000 or whatever the tier below it was, I believe it was 10 Resonite crystals, which are for the permanent banner. And then the 200,000, I think they were just going to give like 1 revelation crystal or something ridiculous like that, and people were just up in arms about it. And then they eventually like acquiesced and were like, all right, sorry, like 10, I don't even think they apologized. I think they just changed the graphic to be like 10 revelation crystals. So whether they made a mistake in the marketing material or the backlash got to them, yeah, it was a thing.
More. For version 1.5, we will also be launching an Infinity Nikki Twitch drop event on the Twitch platform. Everyone who watches any Infinity Nikki gameplay live streams on Twitch for a set amount of time will be able to unlock certain in-game rewards.
That's even more motivation to check out the live streams.
So, just so our stylists don't forget, Dish, why don't we take a moment to recap all the goodies that are coming their way with version 1.5. After version 1.5 goes live, log in to claim 50 pulls. Complete the sign-in event to earn an additional 15 pulls, and dive into version-exclusive activities to collect over 4,200 diamonds, which equals 35 pulls.
I love the panda outfit. I'm so gonna be running around in a panda outfit. But yeah, these are 4 free,
Wow, there is just
5
so
free
much
outfits, I
stuff.
guess.
I'm gonna need a bit of time to process everything.
Well, there's still more. You know, the outfits previously given a stylist in heartfelt gifts during the past 3 versions will also make a limited time return in version 1.5. So that makes a total of 9 free outfits that stylists can claim
If you didn't get it before.
continuously once version 1.5 goes live.
Stylists who missed out before, be sure to take advantage of this opportunity.
Now, last but finally not least, we want to talk about our returnee rewards. So starting from version 1.5, Infinity Nikki's returnee reward system will officially debut.
There's returnee
stylists
rewards.
who haven't logged in for 14 days will unlock a series of exclusive tasks and rewards, such as diamonds,
I guess to get them caught up.
crystals, upon returning to the game, as if players needed even more incentive to return and check out version 1.5.
Yeah, I can't think of a single reason not to play version 1.5. I wish it was April 29th already.
Now, Dish, outside of what's happening in the game, we've also prepared a number of exciting events and activities. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of them right now. Throughout version 1.5, we'll be hosting the Dynamic Displays event on our official Discord, Reddit, and Facebook group. Join in for a chance to win exclusive merchandise and cash rewards.
Meanwhile, Infinity Nikki's official social media channels will be hosting the Sands of Memory fan art contest. We encourage all of you talented stylists to submit your work and help bring Nikki's story to life.
That's right. Starting April 26th, join our panda naming contest on social media and help name an upcoming panda NPC.
That's a funny looking panda.
In the game.
How fun! Here's an exciting challenge for all of you stylists and your bestie. Take part in our Bestie Bonding Challenge to find out just how well you know them. Invite your friends to participate in the challenge, and all of you will be eligible to win amazing prizes, including a VIP one-on-one session with a celebrity stylist, a Tiffany bracelet, a PS5.
Tiffany bracelet. Wow.
That's really good. You know, that sounds like the perfect opportunity for you and a friend to have some fun and win some great stuff. So we sincerely hope that all of you, our stylists, are happy and excited with what you've seen today regarding version 1.5. Now, rest assured, everyone at Infold will continue to work hard to create high-quality content and an ever-expanding gameplay experience. And yes, this even includes the home feature we've spoken before. So please be patient with us, and when it's ready to be introduced to the world, I guarantee you will not be disappointed. So, on behalf of everyone here at Infold, thank you guys for joining us. Dish, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes, thank you for asking. There is. I've prepared a video for everyone. It's from the content creators who have been supporting Infinity Nikki from the very beginning. They have a very special message for both Infinity Nikki and all of our stylists. Let's watch together.
Wow.
Hey, it's Viv. I've been playing Nikki games since 20.
Hey, there's another person called VV Gaming. That poser.
Space is sacred. I still play Love Nikki and Shiny Nikki every day, but when Infinity Nikki dropped, girl, I was not ready. The outfits and even the environment, everything is literal art. You see a pile of leaves on the floor and say, yep, that's fashion. Anyway, version 1.5 is coming April 29th. Let's meet in the Sea of Stars.
Hello everyone, I'm Hamster Bollocks, your favorite Infinity Nikki YouTuber. Infinity Nikki has to be one of my favorite games at the moment. I've been playing Nikki.
I don't really care about these streamers, but I'll leave this on in case anybody's interested. I'm such a bad streamer. I just
excited for the future of this game.
don't care about
Styling
anybody
outfits and
else.
challenging myself in a creative way is one of my favorite things to do in Nikki, and with the upcoming dyeing feature, I feel like this will unlock so many more styling options that I just cannot wait to get into. Item dyeing and multiplayer have been two things I've been really looking forward to ever since the game launched, so this update is going to be huge. If you would like to explore the 1.5 update with me as well, as always be up to date for the latest patches and newest
So
outfits,
April
just follow my
29th?
YouTube channel,
What
my
day is
videos,
that?
And I stream Nikki. April 29th, let's meet in the Sea of Stars.
Hi everyone, Evie here.
29.
My Infinity Nikki journey
Evie.
started as a
There's a lot of
competition,
V's
but the best thing I
here.
learned was
Okay,
to
April
start
29th is a
with
Tuesday,
something
so I stream on
fun,
Thursdays,
sticking
so
with
I'll
sharing
wait
all the little
to
moments
stream
and
1.5
connecting
on my
with
streaming
people.
day
I
on
feel
Thursday,
super
or I could just
blessed
stream on the
to get to
29th
know everyone, and I
and do
hope
a different
that
stream.
1.5 will bring us even more surprises. Let's meet in the Sea of Stars on April 29th.
It feels like Infinity Nikki just released yesterday, and yet we are already getting the 1.5 version with huge game updates. I just want to say, having been a Nikki fan for years, this evolution from 2D game to open world really means a lot to me, since I've literally been waiting for a game like this forever. I'm happy to have been part of this and having met some of my now closest friends in the Nikkiverse, and I will continue to cherish and support Infinity Nikki with my whole heart.
Hello, stylists. My name is Emma, aka Flares, and I love keeping you all up to date with the latest Infinity Nikki news over on my YouTube channel. Since launch, I have fallen in love with the beautiful world of Mirrorland, and I absolutely love exploring it and collecting lots of resources. I have also loved creating lots of wonderful different outfits and seeing your combinations as well. I, however, am still very excited for the future of this game, particularly the ability to be able to decorate.
So I'm really glad that I did stream this, by the way, because they gave more information on the co-op, they gave more information on the dying, which I will go over in probably another update. I mean, and 1.5 is kind of coming out soon anyway, so maybe I can just wait, but I might as well do a video on it maybe tomorrow or Sunday if I can get around to it, about what we actually see, and I'm sure they will be putting out actual videos.
Wow, thank you, and thank all of you guys so much for
hopefully on the ability of the dress, Phoenix dress, maybe a bit more detail.
Thank you to all the stylists who have been amazing on this journey with us. So we just want you to know we're committed to continuing this adventure, and we hope you'll stick around with us. Along the way, we'll keep refining every detail, so please keep sharing your feedback and suggestions. After all, whenever you think of Nikki and dive into the game, we want it to be a fun, joyful, and heartwarming experience for everybody.
I absolutely love Infinity Nikki. It has meant so much to me from the moment I heard about it and throughout. I've connected with such amazing people through this game, and I'm so happy to be here, to be presenting with you about version 1.5. I cannot wait to continue this journey with all of you through version 2.0, 3.0, and beyond.
Well, Dish, I'm sure I speak for everyone to say thank you for taking time out of your schedule and flying all the way out here to hang out with us.
Of course. You don't need to thank me for that.
Definitely. So, stylists, I think that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for joining us, and we really hope we see you on April 29th when version 1.5 goes live. So, enjoy playing Infinity Nikki and take care.
Thank you all for tuning into the live stream. Let's meet in the Sea of Stars on April 29th.
Bye.
All right, folks, well, they're done. What did you all think? What are your impressions? All the S-lings. So so this is coming back. Oh, did I lose connection? Nice. All right. I guess that's it. That was it. Thanks for joining, folks. Okay, so what did you think? What are your thoughts on the 1.5 update and everything that they showed? What are your thoughts on the multiplayer co-op? I do appreciate the fact that they answered the question if whoever collected the materials, if it just went to that person, or if it goes to both. It's nice that it gets separated to both of the people, so then you don't have to worry about like running around and collecting separate materials, which is good. Besides the actual platforming realm, the challenge realm, there doesn't seem to be, and I guess there were other mini games where you could turn into animals or whatever, but there didn't seem to be as much of a reason for co-op at the moment. Hopefully, there's more that they didn't show. I'm assuming that's the case, but just running around on an island, and I mean, it's for pictures, it's for friends or partners or whatever. You can go around and be cute in your Nikki outfits or whatever. But it's not something that I'm particularly interested in, unless there's some reward out of it, like getting diamonds or whatever. Then maybe I'll do it. But otherwise, that's a part of the game that I'm whatever about. I'm also whatever about the runway. Again, unless there's like something that, some reward that I get out of it. And again, I do think that they are putting that in there for hopefully future PvP content. Well, there will be a specific theme, and then you get to make an outfit based on that theme, as do other Nickies, and then you get to vote on the outfit that best matches the theme. I think that's kind of a fun thing to do. And, you know, the prizes could be some diamonds or whatever. It's up to Infold to figure out what the prizes would be. But I think that would be something that would be interesting to bring here. It's in their other games as well, so it seems like a natural fit, especially with the stage now. Yeah, I'm curious about what the actual ability of the Phoenix is. Is it a floating outfit that then has a special abilities similar to the Timeless Melody, where you press a specific button and then you pull out that permanent flying hover action? If that's the case, that'd be cool. I believe the Phoenix outfit is also a 5-star cool outfit. There's only one other 5-star cool outfit, which was the previous floating one. It was the crane outfit. I believe the mermaid outfit is fresh, and the Starcy is sexy. So that Starcy one is free, so it's not as big of a deal. But yeah, cool. So that was a live stream. I'm definitely going to be taking some information from here. Hopefully I wasn't talking over everything, but I can always take out the audio that was on there and talk over it again. But thanks all for joining. Hope you enjoyed it, learned something new, figured out what you want to get, all that good stuff. So, yeah,